Check 1 2, check 1 2. Is my mic on? I'm just playing. What's going on, fellow full sellers and classmates? My name is Sean Grady, and today I'm gonna talk about my week 1 TED Talk, which was Kate Stone's paper DJ turntable decks, and that whole presentation was kind of interesting. It got me. But first and foremost, her I would have to say her punch that we learned about as far as our real delivery lessons with Miss GR and Miss Reister. I would have to say that most of her punch method was probably personal, as she took the audience on the journey through her life and her infatuation with electronics and wires and all that. And I would have to say part of her punch was a little humorous too, as she kind of laughed at her own failures and all that. And as far as her, I think her she was engaging, like how we learned about in our real lessons as well. Uh, she had presence. She stood on the stage front and center and faced the audience, and she had body movements, moving with her hands, and she was kind of interactive, and she had good projection and knew what she was talking about as she demoed her products. And far as the star moment that we learned about in our resonant book, chapter 7, page 148, I believe. I would have to say that her star moment was memorable dramatization. I think is what it is, because she actually demoed the her invention, and she kind of thought that it wasn't gonna work herself, so it kind of surprised her. So I think she got a lot of oohs and ahs out of the crowd. Just being able to take plain paper and make it interactive and have sounds. I think that was pretty great. And as far as our PDF document on the Ten Commandments, I would have to say the biggest one that she hit was dream big. She followed her dreams as a little girl, being infatuated with electronics and wires, and in turn took that and followed another one of the Ten Commandments where she took something complex and made it simple. She took electronics and made it simple to something that we use every day as plain notebook paper, you know. And I thought she was very humble. She didn't have a big ego. She wasn't egotistical. Like, she was so smart that she was better than everybody else or above everybody else. And I think that she was also presenting herself as just being her, the real her, which I think, as far as presentation goes, from what I've learned from this class, from Miss Reister and Miss Chiara, I think just being you is probably one of the key elements of being a good presenter. As I've seen in the some of um, the real delivery lessons, I've seen a lot of quotes by Muhammad Ali, which is my cousin, distant cousin, by the way, just to let y'all know. But yeah, we all know he had that saying, dance like a butterfly, sting like a bee, rumble, young man, rumble. Ah, they called him the mouth of boxing. Even though he was rhyming and everything, but he'd knock your lights out, seriously. And people, they identified that, Muhammad Ali, that was kind of his brand. That is what he did. And us being full sellers, in the music arts, being poets, producers, MCs, uh, you know, uh, composers, we we want to leave a lasting impression on our listeners and viewers. We want to be original, even though you might have an artist or producer that inspires you to do what you do, and you kind of take from them and kind of create your own vibe going. You know, that's just that's what it is. It's like I have a saying uh, that I wrote years ago. Why try to be someone else when I'm the best at being me? And I stick by that. You know, just like when you hear a beat or a song or something by one of your favorite producers. Like, for instance, mine is, DJ Premier, Pete Rock. When their music comes on and you hear it, even though you might not really know it at the moment, you kind of know it's them because they got their own little sprinkle on it, creating your vibe, be you. And I think as being a presenter, um, I think that's what Miss Reister and Miss Chiara is trying to tell us, that just being you to the audience and having a good presentation that makes you a good presenter. And so far, that's what I'm learning in the class. So I, that's that's basically all I have to say. I'm enjoying the class so far, but I feel like I didn't talk in front of a real live audience, and I'm almost beating in sweat. So you guys have a nice day. Good luck to everyone. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my presentation. So I'm Sean Grady. See y'all.